What's up, nerds? This is Mousepat.
And this is Wade Wilson, aka Deadpool, and I'm not wearing any pants.
And we want to welcome you guys to Questline, which is our very first of our webisodes that we will be doing for the world of nerddom. And we will be putting out these videos every Tuesday because that seems to be the best day to do them because that's what's most relevant.
Yeah, it's most relevant for what we're going to be talking about. Why don't you go ahead and run down what we're going to be talking about on these videos.
Well, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do a weekly review on one of the most nerdy movies that we can think of, and that is just going to be one at a time.
Yeah, we don't want to take up the whole video talking about nerdy movies, which is something we could probably do.
Absolutely. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to do a weekly game release informational just on about what games came out for just the major platforms. We're going to stick to PS3, PS4, Xbox 360, Xbox One.
What about the Wii?
Alright, we can do the Wii. Or Nintendo.
Maybe.
Maybe.
We're also going to do weekly fan art. What that is basically we're going to ask you to submit your fan art to the World of Nerddom Facebook page or to world.of.nerddom with 2Ds at gmail.com. We're not going to feature that this week, and the reason for that is because we kind of dropped the ball and thought about it on the day that we were filming this, and we didn't give you enough time to get that in there. But it is something that we want to do. We want to see how talented, each and every one of you 1,050 fans at this point are. We're also going to talk about daily posts that we're doing on the World of Nerddom fan page. Each of the admins that we have do a daily post, and I'm going to run those down for you right now, if that's okay, Mr. Admin of the YouTube channel. I'm going to start on March 18th, which is the day that this is being filmed, and I'm going to move backwards. I'm not going to give you any spoiler alerts about something that you haven't seen yet, but I'm going to go over those, and I'm going to start backwards. I'm going to start with the point and click by Mousepad, and I'm going to let him run that down for me.
Alright, basically what I did this week is I went ahead and did a full post on League of Legends. Basically what I did is I went through each and every champion that League of Legends has, which I tell you is an extensive amount of work. Basically what it is, I gave each champion my personal opinion upon what they do, what they could do, what to do if you see some of them.
If you see Teemo, stay out of the grass and run.
Exactly. I mean, most of the time he's got a mushroom hiding in the grass, so stay out of the grass. On top of that, I want to go ahead and touch base upon what I did last week, which is a preview on Warlords of Draenor for World of Warcraft, the next expansion for that. And if you haven't got a chance to look at that, please do, and let me know what you guys think about my opinions. I mean, that's exactly what they are. They are opinions.
Okay, on Mondays, it's Kitty's Random Rants. Yesterday, which is, again, Monday, the 17th, she went over what it means to be a nerd, which I think was just, it hit the nail on the head.
It was phenomenal.
It was a great post. It's definitely worth reading. She put a lot of work into it. She worked on it for a couple of days, so definitely check it out and show her some love. Sundays we don't have anything. Without going into too much detail, it is reserved for Scurry, who is a performer on the weekends. Sometimes she gets a little busy, and it's impossible for her to get a post out there. But when she does, watch out because it's going to be great. She's also the one that did our logo. So definitely check it out and show her some love. That logo is something that basically came from my head, and she put it out there for you. On Saturdays, it's Claptrap's Corner. Claptrap is a great friend of ours. He's a huge nerd who loves combat sports, and that's why he went over the UFC post. It's mainly because I asked him to, because I know what a fan he is of it, and I know that as this page grows, he's going to find a lot more like-minded people that are going to share in it with him. But he does go over the UFC pay-per-views. If there is not a UFC pay-per-view on that Saturday, he's going to go over many other things that he's a huge nerd about, comic books and things like that. So definitely check out Claptrap's Corner. Friday is Fashion Friendom Friday. That's run by District 12 Divergent. Basically, she's going to go over things that you can wear to cons that are cheap and easy, that you're not going to spend thousands of dollars on that costume for. She did Katniss's costume in last Friday, and I know that being the fangirl she is, she's going to keep doing these, and it's going to keep getting better. Thursdays we don't have anything. from last week, but this week we are going to debut Buffy and Angelus's co-hosted post. They're going to switch off every week, or sometimes they may collab. If you saw their admin reveals, and you know what kind of nerds they are, and you know that you're going to be in for a treat. Shout out to Buffy and her admin reveals. She did tell everybody that I have a Metallica tattoo like she does. I'm going to get her to post a picture on the page, but I'm going to show you mine now. Well, let me get a good view here. It's right here. This is the Metallica Ninja Star. Definitely something that we have in common, and I'm glad to have them aboard. Wednesdays is Wrestling with Wade. That's me. What I did last week was I went over the WrestleMania 30 card. Basically all the matches that had been announced at the time, and all the rumored matches that we're going to get, hopefully. And I know that it's something that I enjoy. I absolutely loved writing that column. Worked really hard on it, and I loved the interaction that I got out of it with the fans that did enjoy it. I love talking about it. I love debating it. So if you see something on there that you want to talk about that you don't agree with me on, definitely talk about it. I'm not going to take anything personally, but I'm going to have a good time debating with you about it, especially if you're a John Cena fan. Can't stand the wrestler. Love the guy. He's a great dude, but I don't like his gimmick, and I don't like him wrestling.
The next thing we want to do is we want to go ahead and give out a fond farewell to the host of Equals 3, Ray William Johnson. We want to wish him the best of luck in everything that he does. We've been watching Equals 3 for the last 5 years, and it's an amazing show. If you haven't gotten a chance to look at it, just do a search for Ray William Johnson. He's an excellent.
Yeah, being on YouTube, we can't not say something about the passing of his show. Basically, that he's passing the torch on to a new host. It's not going to be the same without him, but we definitely understand doing something for 5 years as often as he did. It can get a little stale for him, and we definitely understand him, but we're going to miss him. And we'd be remiss if we didn't say anything about that show. But your argument is invalid, and two camels in a tiny car.
Two camels in a tiny car.
Real quick, I'm sorry you cut me off before I had a chance to say anything, but if those notes that those posts on Facebook, if you don't want to go back through the page and search for those, they're all going to be in the notes section of the Facebook, so you can always just go easily access them there. I know that they're an undertaking to read. They're going to be extensive, but I think that you're going to enjoy each and every one of them. Next, we're going to talk about the nerdy fan movie that we're doing this week, and that is none other than The Princess Bride. We are huge fans of that movie. Tell them what's a nerdy movie.
Well, I mean, it's a nerdy movie because it's got so many different aspects of the fantasy realm into it. I mean, it's got pirates, it's got rodents of unusual size, it's got giants, albinos, fighting, man-eating eels,
and Billy Crystal.
As a wizard.
Yeah, definitely check it out, because that's a great movie, and they do a lot of shout-outs to nerds on there, especially, I mean, at the beginning of the movie, it starts with a kid playing a video game. I mean, you can't get more nerdy than that. Oh, yes, you can. You can take a look behind his bed and take a look at all the action figures and things like that he has up there. If that's not nerdy, I don't know what is. You definitely need to check that out, because it's a great movie. If you haven't seen it, where the hell have you been for the past 25 years? If you have seen it, it's time to watch it again. Definitely do it. I agree. I think we should watch it after we get done here.
I'm down.
All right. Next, we're going to talk about the video game releases for the week. Again, we are only going to do PS4, Xbox 360, Xbox One, and PS3. Maybe Wii. We don't have a Wii game this week, mainly because I don't think there was anything released for the Wii. If there was, it wasn't big enough for us to even notice. But we're going to start with the game that's coming out on March the 21st for the PS4 only. It's a game that we're both very excited about, and that is Infamous Second Son. If you have not heard about this game, definitely look up the trailers and go and get it if you have a PS4. If you don't have a PS4, go and get it and wait until you get a PS4. I got to give a shout out to Angelus. Just a little history about me and him. We used to roommate together for a couple of years, and he converted me from an Xbox fanboy to a Sony fanboy with the very first Infamous game and the very first Uncharted game. If you're just a person walking around and you have a fantasy about being a superhero, it makes you believe that you can get hit by something to be able to shoot lightning out of your butthole. It's awesome. I really loved the Cole storylines. It was time for it to end, and it's time to move this to a new city and introduce a new hero. I'm very excited about it.
Absolutely. The next one we want to talk about is the Final Fantasy X and X-2 Remastered Edition. We're very excited to see this come out because of the fact that they're revamping the graphics that were in Final Fantasy X and X-2, and we're excited to see what they do with
Yeah, Angelus has this game pre-ordered. I'm going to try to get him to do a video of unboxing the special edition that he got, so that you can really see what that came with, and I'll get him to talk about it a little bit more. He's more of a fan of that series than we are. Next, it's going to be Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes. I'm very excited about this game. I've never been a fan of the Metal Gear Solid, and I can't honestly tell you why. All the elements are there for me to enjoy that game. But it started so long ago on the PS1. I think that mainly what happened was that I wasn't ready for that game when it first came out, and I just never really decided to go ahead and get into the franchise. Nothing against it. I love Konami, and I love all the aspects, and I love the storyline because I've seen the game played before. But I've never been able to pick it up and play it. But it's definitely something that if you're a fan of, you probably already bought anyway, so I hope you're enjoying it.
Next one we want to talk about is the Steam World Gig. Basically, this is a PS4 only game, and it's going to be pretty interesting. Basically, what you do is you play this little steampunk creature that likes to dig around in the dirt and find precious metals and things like that. So it looks pretty interesting.
Next, we're going to go over that fan art again. Basically, it's something that we're really excited about being able to put on this show. So definitely send us your fan art. I'm going to give a little shout out to Lady Pirate Larry. She's an amazing artist. If you followed the page for a while, you've noticed that I tend to feature her art on the wall a lot, and I talk about her a lot, and I share her page a lot. It's because it's a page that I believe in. It's a page that I want to see succeed, and she's an amazing friend of the page, and she's done a lot for us, and definitely check her out. We're going to put her link in the description below. Also, we're going to put our Instagram, we're going to put our Twitter, we're going to put our Google Plus links, again, below. Definitely check them out and become fans of those. We're trying to get those off the ground as well. Facebook is going to be where mainly the stuff is going to be posted, but there's things that only Instagram and only Twitter and only Google Plus can do, and we don't want to ever be limited in what we do because the world is expansive, the world is huge, and the world of nerddom is huge as well, and we want to be able to express our nerdiness in every single way possible.
Absolutely.
We wouldn't be able to be called in this quest line if we weren't able to give you a quest. Here's what we're going to do this week.
We're going to give you the quest of following us on our Instagram, our Twitter, Google+, Facebook, everything. If you haven't already followed us on these pages, please, please, please do so.
Yeah, and subscribe to us. That's going to be above. Hey!
Yeah, over there.
Listen!
Little Zelda reference there. I like that. Also, we want you guys to go ahead and post your favorite memes on either our any of our pages, really. And if we like them enough, we'll steal them.
Yeah, we're thieves, but we'll give you credit.
Yeah,
at least we're honest thieves.
Yeah.
So, that's going to be it for us this week. If you have any kind of ideas about what you want to see in future episodes, make sure you hit us up on the Facebook page or that email and let us know. And for Questline, I am Wade Wilson.
And I am Mousepad.
And we're out of here.
See you next time.